Oh, shit. Oh, I cut myself there. Have I cut myself? I cut. Oh my god, I'm bleeding. Oh my god, it's a massacre. Ah!
Good shape.
So you like stick a tissue on there and it covers the blood spot. Looks like I've got a tampon on my neck. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel and episode 4, fourth episode of the summer shred. Apologies for the terrible lighting. It is like 31 degrees in the UK at the moment, which is pretty...
My car says 39.
That's because it's like baking there. But we are just off to, well, I'm off to get a cheeky haircut. You're probably thinking, what is the relevance of overeating and how to overcome it from having a shave and a haircut, and you'll probably be right, but it is going to make more sense once we have a sit down and chit chat about what has just happened. So I've basically, last week from my last video, as you probably see here, me and LD went out for our anniversary and I well overate. So I always used to be a bit of a binge eater, and it kind of kicked in a little bit once we had a bit too much food, didn't it? So I well overate calories, and I ended up putting on 7 to 8 pounds from my original weigh-in from the week before when I was doing really well. So I kind of want to use today's video to give you some advice of what to do when you I want to give you some advice when you overeat, and that's what we're going to go into a bit more of. But this start bit is really, really important to the way that you feel, the way that you always your mindset, and the way that you feel with your mentality and stuff as well. So without further ado, it's time to get this little baldy boy chopped up.
Bye.
A water would be great, yeah. And we are back, and just in case you didn't recognise me, yes, it is still me. I've just had a haircut. I didn't really get that much taken off. It was just a quick skin fade around the back and side, because I still can't like touch the transplanted area too much at the moment. Can't have the clippers on it and stuff. But
I had my haircut.
we are just in my back room at the moment. No, not there, we're at the train station. We are about to go down to London because this one, LD, has got a... What have you got? A photo shoot?
Yes.
Photo shoot with bulk powders. So again, it's going to be another day where I'm kind of having to stick to macros. So when I'm traveling, what I usually do is, wow, okay.
Sorry. They are so spicy.
What I'll usually do is take some snacks with me on the train, which kind of fit in to what I'd have for meal wise. So I might got like a grenade bar and some melon and something like that. You okay?
Am I in the shop?
Yeah.
My face if I 5 minutes to try and drink a ginger shot.
Or what I'll also do is I'll usually fast for a little bit longer and maybe skip one of the meals out and double up on a meal. So instead of having like the 2 meals, just make them to like 800 to 1,000 calories. What we'll probably end up doing is going for a cheeky Nando's and just keeping it like a small size, because Nando's still does that up. Those garden peas are killer.
Garden peas, they're like covered in mint, aren't they?
They are belter. So we will catch you in London.
In London.
London calling.
Oh, I'm so hot.
It's gonna be nice.
Sweaty.
So we just arrived in London, got off the train. It was literally the sweatiest,
It was the worst thing
journey
in the world.
I was so cooped up, I almost felt like going vegan when I got here. But obviously we are not, we're going to Nando's. And we have ran into the king of shredders on the way, on the train. It's called Shred Bundy.
Don't hype you up too much, man.
But I'm actually going to put him on the spot and delve a little deeper into what this video is about in terms of overeating and then what you do after. So what would your tip be after an overeating and binging to get back on track?
I think like there's 2 parts to it, right? So the first part is like the actual physical effect of the binge, which like obviously that varies like to what extent did you binge, like, you know,
Hard.
If you went pretty hard, like what I would do is I would never try and account for all of those calories that you went over on, because you just end up in this vicious cycle of like binge, starve, repeat.
Yeah.
And that's just not where anyone wants to live, man. What I would do is probably roughly estimate how much you went over, take about 50% off it, and then let's say I ended up like I've overeaten by like 1,000 calories, whatever. I wouldn't take 1,000 off the next day and split those over the next like 3 days.
Chip away.
Yeah, so that I can just gradually make it back. Because things like that, like obviously you have a specific protein requirement that you pretty much need to hit every day. Calories, they can basically average out, you know. As long as you don't go wildly up and down, you can just hit the right average calories per day, because it's only, you know, you're only working off averages anyway when you're talking about a TDE, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's not an actual, it's not the specific number that you hit that day, like,
Yeah.
no.
I always used to be the same, so I'd sometimes in the next day then use exercise almost like a punishment to try and like expend more as well, but I didn't want to cut down too much as well.
I mean, that's definitely like something you can definitely. The thing is, if you're quite deep into a cut and then you binge, you might as well like use those calories to go and have a sick fucking session, man. It'd be wild not to. Like, if you want to like try and account for some of them, like extra cardio, extra volume in your workout, whatever it is. I mean, there's no reason why not to. Like, but I suppose that brings me on to the psychological part of it. I mean, that just comes with time, man. Like, you know, guilt doesn't really help you do much, man. If anything, it's just going to be detriment to literally every fucking little facet of your life.
I think that's what I go into, like, you can
chill it, mate.
you can create negative associations with exercise, and can't you? Like, if you're binging and using exercise to get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't want to be like walking to the gym feeling ashamed of yourself, man. Because no one ever had a good workout with that mentality. Like,
No, that's it. Cheers very much, Joseph. Yeah, but we're going to get
I
yours.
don't have any tips, it's okay.
What's your
question?
What are you doing post binge?
Don't be like stupid about it and go into the cycle like Joe said before, where you just like don't eat for the whole day, get yourself back in the cycle, just you'll be craving everything, you're going to be hungry.
Yeah, but you're one of those people who can just eat anything and you're shredded all the time anyway, it doesn't matter.
I have abs, but I'm very thick, lower body.
I like that. So I just got back into the room, me and LD has been for something to eat, and just to follow on from mine, Joe talked before about following on from binge eating. Now, the real juicy bit in terms of, for me, I was like a savage binge eater for like a good year to 2 years. We'd do it like once or twice a week, and I know for a lot of people who do it, you almost get that feeling like it's a drug and like it's a relief and you can't stop doing it whilst you're doing it. I know that sounds a bit weird to people who've never had or got involved with binge eating before, not that it's a choice, but it's like really powerful. And then you have this big massive feeling of guilt straight after, where you feel like you've wrecked everything and everything's gone down the swanny with stuff. And just to give you an overview, like we just went for a meal last week, and I think whenever you're looking at triggers, it can come from anything. So it was just because there was an occasion where we were like, oh, balls to it, it's a 1 year anniversary, and that's allowed. But just to go over like what my weight fluctuations, because I track my weight daily at the moment, like the Monday after that evening, my weight was gone from 189 to 197, so that's an £8 increase. And then the day after it was 194, then 191, and I've just got back down to 190 today, which is like 4 days later. So for me, what I do personally is on this prep, say to people, you usually got two choices. One is to either just go back to normal regime, which is what I've done, and my weight has come down slowly, and what that allows me to do is just get back to structure and regime without having to cut calories, without having to chop and change stuff and match stuff up. But I know for some people they prefer, and I've done this in the past, is reduce calories. So if I've consumed over by like 1,000, I might split that, like Joe was saying before, at like 200 calories per day for 5 days, and then I've just come back down to where I was at anyway. What you've got to remember though, there's a lot of that weight, the £8, none of that, well, I'm not saying none of that, but pretty much the majority of that won't have been fat. I mean, a lot of that will have been glycogen and water, and that's why it's come off again so quickly, because for every gram of glycogen that you are holding from that massive influx of carbs, you're going to be holding 3 grams of water, so a lot of that weight is going to come from that. And plus, roughly on average, you're going to have to consume about 3,000 calories over maintenance to even put on about a pound, to put on a pound of body fat, sorry. 2, get plenty of fluids in the next day. You want to keep nice and full, you want to try and flush everything out and just make yourself feel refreshed and hydrated the next day. 3, definitely, like we were saying before, go for a workout, but don't treat it as if it is you're beating yourself up when you've got to expend a certain amount of calories in a session, because that's what I used to do, and it ended up becoming something that's called non-purge bulimia, which is where you're not being sick but you're expending calories a different way. Because what you'll be able to do is, with all that extra energy and all that extra calories, you'll be able to go in and get a beastly session, probably hit some PBs and feel good, your endorphins are released, you're feeling good from the session, you've got a sweat on, and it's going to put you in a positive place after you've had that binge. And lastly, just get out and keep busy. So like, for example there, me and Lucy, even though I've just been for a binge and I've gone slightly off track, I've still been tracking calories and macros today, and we've just been for a meal in some like kind of Thai/Korean places. You probably see the food there. It was quite clean food. I'll still track it, but I'm still able to get out for a meal. I'm not going to overrestrict myself or get inside my own head about stuff. So I hope all that information was helpful, guys. If you've got any more questions on binge eating, or how I sometimes react to a binge, or what I've done previously, because like I've explained to a lot of people before, it's never going to be like a light switch you're going to be able to turn off. It's something that's going to happen regardless, and you're going to need to kind of psychologically prepare yourself for that. It's going to happen less and less and less. So it may happen twice a week, once a month, and then it hardly ever happens at all, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, I've snapped out of it. So just be prepared for that. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and a massive thumbs up. And whilst you're down there, if this is your first time visiting my channel, then please subscribe. I will catch you in the next episode of the Summer Shred, guys.
You started out to face it, my heart went off like crazy. You